Mono blue flyers, mono blue tempo, you could call it. Mono blue lose most games. Okay, so they should have removed that earlier, and they're realizing that error now. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. This is our last starter deck free upgrade. You can grab these decks by completing the color challenge, and I've got all of them in a playlist, right? There is a bunch, there's like 20 plus. So you can definitely find something that's right for you. Now I say that today specifically because this deck, it's not right for me. I don't know. I think it's a fairly strong build, and we have really, really good matches, but we just can't get it done. You know, let me know what you guys think while we watch today's video, of course. We're going to break down the strategies, the synergies, showcase all of that in the gameplay footage, and then wrap up with our final thoughts, deck review, and maybe even some rare and mythic upgrades to help set this deck apart. So with this out of the way, you know, thank you one more time for helping support the channel. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, and become a Patreon today. Let's go. Aerial Domination version 2, standard 2022, best of 1, 2.6 average mana value with 19 non-creatures and 21 creatures, 20 land in the deck, but don't worry, we've got some MDFCs here as well. The Disruption alongside the Vision, bringing us up to that 24 value, and with a 2.6 average mana value, you know, that 24 land is going to get the job done relatively easy, in my opinion. This is a flyer-based deck, so we've got a lot of flyers. One of our main engines here is the Warden of Evo Isles, 2/2 with flying. Creature spells with flying cost 1 less to cast. Now this is really nice for, you know, our more expensive flyers, right? Like we have the Djinn, 4/3. Whenever we cast a non-creature, creatures we control get +1/+1. Amazing, right? We have the Imrith as well, which is really cool. Cosmos Charger. You know, just to get in the air, they're pretty big flyers, and with a cost reduction, they should help you gain an advantage. We're attacking through flying as our form of evasion, and we're, you know, bouncing creatures that have reach or flying with unsummon into the royal, and potentially multiple choice if it's their only blocker, right? Because they'll get to choose which spell or creature they bounce there. The Raven is here. It's a nice flyer, plus it can scry when it enters. The Spirit, you know, gets bigger and badder, 2/3, 4/4, then a 6/6 that gains a card when you attack. Speaking of gaining cards when you attack, we have the Scholar in play, a 3/2. Whenever we deal combat damage, we get to draw a card, and whenever we become blocked, we get to return it to its owner's hand, which is really, really good, right? More bounce effects. We can tap with the Turtle, draw with Winged Worlds, draw with the Cloudkin Seer, you know, draw with the Visions as well if we need. Protection through the Glint, giving us hexproof, which is pretty cool. And then, you know, the Archmage is one of our draw engines in deck. Instant or sorcery on top of it, we get to draw. Demi-Lich, you know, just because it's a free upgrade, it's a pretty good card, right? 4/3, and we can recast it from the grave, which is always nice through those instants and sorceries. From free when it attacks. From the grave for free when it attacks, right? Which is pretty cool, right? So, you know, it's a simple deck, and I think that's why we get simple results. I do miss Azorius Flyers, right? The Pierian Eagle was so good, but with a mono blue variant, it's really hard to get it going. I think in a free-to-play environment, competing against other free-to-play decks, you know, that's going to be okay. But as far as it competing with some of the meta decks, you might struggle. You really do need to hold up these counter spells, specifically like that. The Disdainful Stroke is really nice to shut down, you know, their big spells and just get in when you can. It's really grindy, but it's possible, right? So today we're going to showcase the gameplay footage for you guys, and then we'll wrap up, of course, with our final thoughts. Personally, this is my least favorite deck. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now, but I know that we all have different play styles, different strengths and weaknesses, so this could be the deck for you. Let's check out today's gameplay footage. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and become a Patreon today. I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Our opponent goes first. Let's roll. A little bit worried about this deck. I think it's the flimsiest of the monocolor decks. Kind of why I left it for last. But hey, we're going to do our best to make it work. We've got scries, we've got draws, we've got counters, we've got hexproofs. Just take that draw. Lots of land as well we have, apparently. Wow. Hey. Fly. Decent. Double venture here. Drive 1. They're going into the Phandelver mine. It's pretty short. They get positive value. Get rid of our deck list there. We can see it. They're making a goblin. Oh! A secondary adventurer. Well, ay caramba. That is good. Maybe not the worst. Let's hit for our 1 damage. Holding up this unsummon. We put a stop before the attacks. So we go first to combat, and then we bounce it. We get rid of fly. We trade with the goblin. Oh, no we don't. Nice. That venture puts the counter on, which is really good. They play their adventurer again. Not even an adventurer, it's just a adventurer. It's because it's what it does, right? I don't think we're winning this race. Maybe if we just go for it blindly. And this is kind of why the deck seems not so hot to me. Right, some bounce effects, some tap effects would be good, but at the end of the day, bounce isn't removal. So they just replay it. So you only gain a little bit of wiggle room. And they're definitely making up that wiggle room within the venture mechanic, right? There's enough value there to gain that ground back, and we're hit for 7. Down to 9. I assume we take their paladin. It's gotta be their best card, right? Let's hit for 2. Keep the ravens back to block for now. We can get a good draw in, that would be nice. Protection will also be handy at a certain point. Unblockable, down to 7. They venture. They make a treasure, 5 mana open now. And they mind flare our mind flare? Are you kidding me? That's incredible. Good for you, bro. Lady, bro. That's an amazing play. So good! How often do you see something like that, right? I like the alternative art on this as well quite a bit. It's nice. Banishing Verse. We can protect against that, which is nice. It's a good defender now as well at a 2/5. They're coming for us, right? That's another venture. Scry 2. And they've already completed their first dungeon, and this is their second. Just flying through them, right? So much value. Look at us, our couple measly flyers. You can do it! Good game. We'll just take it on the chin, right? Give them the win. Let's scry 3. Do they make it all the way through into the Wizard's Lair? They do. So they can cast these now for free without paying their mana cost, which is pretty sick. Right? No blocks. Y'all can just take it. On the silver platter. I shall bow to your dungeon capabilities. That's a -10. Great game. Going first with 1 land. We have the vision for second land if we can't get it. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. We can scry for the third land. Simic. Okay. The plot thickens. Let's Raven scry here. That is good. I like the draw. Land in tapped. Attack for 1. We'll probably Sear before Winged Worlds, though, on 3. Uh-oh. This is a Sultai deck. Taking the draw here is good. They might remove the spirits. It's not the end of the world. Down to 17. They play their 3rd mana, and then next turn is their 4th mana, so we're going to hold up Disdainful Stroke. Maybe we stop a Crippling Fear or something. The Lull Mage Familiar. Now this is interesting. Let's play the Raven, take the Scry, Vision, and go for now. The attacks go in through the air. We have that counter magic. We're not drawing yet. So it's not fear because they don't have dual blacks. We can sink the mana into our spirit. It's a kicker spell. They still have 4. Screw it, just go for it. They have single target removal for 4. Oh, Cry, and they do. For 3 because of the kicker. You son of a bitch. That's alright, we can handle ourselves. That land is really cool. It allows us to play the spirit. Still holding up our stroke. And stroke's going to be really good against kicker spells, I believe. Where it doesn't count the kicker cost. Maybe they get around it. Alright. They're copying their next mana value 2 or less, which isn't great. Nice cheap spell we can't counter. That's really good for them. And we can't deal with any of it. Killing the Raven. Killing the Spirit. Killing my will to continue. And then another Lull Mage Familiar. Hold up the removal. Don't fold in. That's when they'll get it. We have Disruption and the Strokes. They have 6 available mana. They're totally tapped out here. That's the greatest Disruption ever. But should we save Disruption for a lesser mana value spell? No, how often are they going to fully tap? Right? That's got to be rare for a full tap out like that. So we can actually play our Jhin which is amazing. Hitting for 3, down to 10. And then next turn is, I believe, lethal. Is it? Yeah, all creatures. So we get an additional 3, which is 7 and 10. Yeah, so we have 10 damage next turn. Ooh. This makes the Drake, though. That's going to get in our way. The plot thickens. And these strokes aren't doing anything because all their spells are so cheap. And watch, we should have saved... Oh, don't burn me. Don't burn me, baby. +1/+1. So let's take this first for the buff. For the Shyla buff. Oh. Let's just bounce this for 2. I think this gives us lethal, right? 6, 10, 13. Not quite. Really close. And now I think we just hold up that counterspell, right? We've had it this whole time. Don't let go of it. They need 3 flyers or, you know, a flyer and deal with 2 of our creatures. It's nice that we get a cool matchup that's not like super, you know, competitive meta. It's just like an organic deck that someone's made. I'm sure they're happy to face off against the beginner deck as well. Split currents, that's fine. Right, we're gonna be okay with that. The bubble snare on our flyer gets kicked, which is great. And it gets copied? Oh, because they removed the counters. Nice. Good for them. Okay. We have 7 mana. We could Mind Flayer and hit for 3. Just don't think that's worth it, is it? Let's take a draw. And then the turtle shuts down the flyer. We have no counterspell. Super exposed. I don't know if that's worth it. That probably was a mistake. If this is a 4 or greater spell, I'm going to freak out. Of course it is. That one time we tap out. Not the end of the day. Down to 12. It basically is the end of the day, let's be honest. For them. I mean, it has summoning sickness, which is a bummer. Do we just take the 4/6 and attack with it? Four 6 is also an amazing blocker. That's a hard one to overcome. Drawing a card gives us nothing. We want to play defensively. No attacks here. We want to be smart here. We don't want to lose this. Oh, 3 mana value now, of course. And it gets kicked. Right? Oh, we got burned so bad, man. This is ridiculous. That's on me, you guys. We would have won this if not. And they have 3 Jaces now, because they copied it with the split current again. So sick. Taking the draw, it's a land. Taking a draw, it's a land. taking a draw. It's 3 mana value. Brutal. Brutal, 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 you guys. So this is 12 damage. We take 8, and they gain so much life through the kick spells, through these familiars, that we just can't keep up. We can't keep up. Lose the Raven. This is our fault. We lost this. Hard deck to play. Pick the token. Oh, we can't pick what we bounce. They just get to bounce whatever they want. Do we want to cast this for 5? We buff up. We don't really need that. A little late. They bounce something. Bounce the flying token. Bounce the flying token. That's not good. And then, yeah. We do not have enough flyers because that copied bubble snare really shut us up in a hurry. So we're hitting for 4, 9, like we could force blockers. But then we only have 1 defender and just die. As these untap. Right? I think we have to force the block on one of these things, though. They don't have any flyers. All our defenders are ground base. Oh, but they're kicking this again. For 6. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have chosen them all, I guess. Maybe that was bad to allow them to bounce something. Hindsight. Second little oopsie whoopsie there. So much life. Yeah, we're not getting this. Even if we countered that Vastwood Surge, I don't know. It's that Bubble Snare snagged us hard. You kind of see how the deck is meant to operate, though. It's a hard deck to play. Our opponent just is wilding out here. This is a triple royal, which is it's a good game, right? Ouch. So definitely not that the deck isn't without its merits, but A, I feel like it's at a little bit of a disadvantage, and B, what a hard deck to play super duper effectively. But at the end of the day, it's still cool for those control mages out there, right? Let's check out a couple more matches. All right, surely we can redeem ourselves. I was sad about last game because it was so close. It was so close. We almost had it. Let's not drop the ball here, though. This is like a later card. It's a good card, but it's like a late game card. What you got over there, Willis? Uh-oh. Gruul in the house. Another Silver Raven. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Please don't play anything. And please don't have removal. Is that too much to ask? Just don't play the game. Let me play. Oh, stop it. Let's see how we make out. It's going to be okay. We've got this. Three-color deck. This is a Temur deck. Red, green, and blue. We're going big. Please don't counter us. Please don't remove us. No! We had to try. We had to try. We had to try. Oh my gosh. So we have to counter that for sure. Finally, we're gonna get to use the stroke. That's for 5 mana. They're only playing to 4 right now. There it is. Bummer. Do they get their 4th land, or 5th land, sorry. If they didn't, we should have played Warden, but you cannot risk it. Go for it. You can do it. That is like Tiamat lands. I don't appreciate that. Now we just need more counters, right? Just like a never-ending string of them. I like the Evos, but at the end of the day, the Jhin is far more effective on the board state at this point. Don't do it. Don't do it. Down to 11. Brutal. I guess we should have wardened, and then we would have had a protection on it. And then we could have reduced the cost of the Jhin. My bad. This is fine. For now. That's not, though. Really, really bad, actually. Alright, alright. It's definitely not a card that we have in our deck. Okay, so this is probably game. Interesting. Just to trigger the pack tactics. Why not? Not quite lethal. We're gonna let him have it, though. There's no way we strike for 13. Just simply no way. They have 17 treasures as well. A little bit of a stack, you might call it. That's not gonna win the game, win the game, win the game. That's not gonna win the game. Let's just show ourselves out. Cry. Like, I have a hard time with this deck. Maybe it's something I make up in my mind, but I just don't find Mono Blue Flyers to be the most aggressive deck right now. Going first, 1 land isn't going to cut it. Let's molly this away. This is better. Let's toss Glint for now. Spirit out. And then, yeah. Hold up Wabi's Disruption. If not, we dump into the Spirit. We get that 3rd land as well, which is nice. Ooh, couple power sneezes to start the game. Let's go. Do we need 3? Do we need 3 or do we just hold up protection, play slow? Let's be as aggressive as we can. All it takes is one good counter for a scoop. And then we can call ourselves a winner. Come on, Hammerstrom Predator. You can do it, bro! It's not blue mana, don't worry about it. Take your time. They're gonna sack their painter. They should attack first if that's their objectivos. What's going on, Willis? Watiti in the house. They want me to dump my mana in and then they'll remove it, which I will not do. I just won't do it. I mean, that is a card. Definitely not the card I expected, but it is indeed a card. And we will indeed deal with it. Let's hit for 2. I'm gonna hold up that removal. Next turn, if we don't draw a land, we can play the Seer to pull up 5th land, and then we still have the Glint open to protect something. Zorn is good. That is a good card. That's why they baited us with this Ogre. So they're tapped. We can dump in for 3. What's our percentage on land draw here? 32. Ooh. Down to 11. Ending my turn. Just holding up Glint. We've lost too many matches. I just need a win. You know what I mean? I just need a win, man. Hit for 3. Surely we should get a land. Don't call me Shirley. Let's take the hit. It hurts. You hurt my feelings, bro. Let's grab the land. Thank you. At least that part of our plan worked out. That Soul Shatter was hot. It was a good play. I hate my life. Right? I hate my life. That is a good card. Cool. That's just awesome. Our 6th land. We get in the way of Goldspan. Do they have removal? Not 2 pieces of removal, surely. If you call me Shirley one more time. We should have played this first. We'd have 1 mana up, but it doesn't matter. Wouldn't be playing it anyways. Alright. Rock and roll, bro. An 8/8 Goldspan Dragon. Very classy. I'm doing my best, you guys. Just like, maybe don't play the mono blue deck. So this is too much damage, surely. Here we go with that Shirley thing again. Taking 9. Killing Zorn. Killing the dragon. Left with nothing in play. 3 life. An 8/8 dragon, which we can bounce. Bounce it up. I don't know. Because they just replay it with those other 4 for another 8/8. Interesting. I mean, we could also push ourselves to a 5/8 and die. Not good. Another Ghast. Oh, no. Shit. Oops. We gave them another treasure here. Oh, and this is counterspell, not... I thought that was Into the Royal this whole time. It's similar art. It's Disdainful Stroke. It's not the card we needed. LOL. Unsummon is what we wanted there. But they still just have lethal. So it's a good game. And let's get the heck out of here, man. I'm going to try a couple more times. You know what I mean? To get a win for you guys. But it's not looking so hot so far. I don't even know what a win is. An unsummon is a good way to start. Walrus Disruption's pretty cool too. That Imarith is as good as it gets on 5. Hopefully we can ramp into it. That'll be our best bet. It's not a land, so that screams Disruption in tapped. Alright, we really need to curve out. These are Abzan lands in play. Ward 1, so we're not targeting that. Let's just turn 4 Imarith. Who cares about their venture? They may as well remove this Isles here. Just the Paladin, that's okay. That's okay. I think that saves us from removal. The ventures are super annoying, but we're going to have to put up with it, I think, for a little bit. No blocks. Right, really bad news bears there. They have 2 mana because of the treasure as well. So that could be removal, and I would freak out. So we get the Doom in play on turn 4. That's as good as it gets. Mono blue flyers, mono blue tempo, you could call it. Mono blue lose most games. Okay, so they should have removed that earlier, and they're realizing that error now, because we wouldn't have been able to catch that if they did. Which is good news, right? It's a good start. Gargoyle's not doing it. It's a double venture, though. Like, they're ripping through this thing here. Let's check it out. Yeah. Lose 1 life, gain 1 life, and then they draw a card and they're done. This is now in the air as a 4/5. The Ranger gives that +1. So does the Gargoyle from the Paladin, right? This is a really nice bounce. And then we'll play another flyer. Draw a card. No attacks. They have reach and a flyer. Oh, we need some protection, right? Now is where we need that protection. The Ward 4 might save us. So hopefully the Seer drains out some of their removal. Uh-oh. Man, they are popping off. That's alright. I get it. It's free-to-play deck. We're just casting spells for daily quests, right? That's our main objective. That's all we're doing here. Trying to have fun while we do it, right? Maintain a nice attitude. Their land is any color, which is great. That swamp, multicolored. Because the world tree, right? It's basic. Okay, that's our 6th land. They're not attacking. Let's just take a triple draw. Another creature is good. I mean, we're in a bad spot, but let's just try to execute the deck, show you some of the strengths and the weaknesses, right? Let's just do our best to showcase it. Oh my gosh. Double ventures within the room, so they trigger twice. That is good. Ellie, take a venture. Why not?
Oh, I hope we discover something new.
Scry 4, right? How's that for value? How is that for value, brah? It sucks that that ranger has reach as well, right? Because then we could try to focus the flyer out of the air. It's hard, though. Bloodchief's Thirst gets kicked to kill our draw engine. Respectable. And then no attacks. I mean, we could just bounce that next turn. So let's take the draw. Another body's good too, right? I mean, this is nice as well. It's not bad. Still no attacks, sadly. They've got us outpaced there. We have more draw. Like, there's plenty of fuel left in our hand, which is good to see. But that venture mechanic is so tough.
Come on, hurry up, let's go.
We're gonna bounce Eliwick now. A double Mad Mage. Jeez Louise. So they're casting cards for free here. It's getting doubled, right? So we are losing the Demi-Lich. They double venture again here. This Scry 6. It's just casual Scry 6, right? It's fine. I'm trying to play a beginner deck here. Oh man, we've been getting wild out on today, so you know, I get it. The beginner decks are not all created equal. I mean, they are within themselves. However, they don't all interact with the normal meta in a typical fashion. Oh yeah, you're already back to the wizard. Oh, you're still doing that. You're just still there. Right, they get to cast one for free. You know, why not? Well, probably the Venturer, right? The Knight with First Strike Death Touch. That makes sense. The Triumphant Adventurer and the Clan Undur, which again, double venture, baby. Get after it. Get going, bro. Our opponent is loving this, right? Zara, hope you're having a good game. Enjoying yourself. I know I would be. Alright, land and play. Jin out. I guess we should have done that actually on their upkeep. But what if they had a counterspell? And that would have been better. We could buff again, but I think we should save it. And these first strike's gonna be super annoying. Just stopping the Eliwick's ultimate, right? Creatures get +2/+2 trample. That's just what we need, right? That would win them the game. So, you know, that's what we're dealing with for the turn. We should have done it on the upkeep here, though, and then we could have had a better defensive posture. Not that it matters a ton, I don't think, but something to keep in mind. 16 life, they might even just have lethal with a hole. Well, no, the hole can't target anything. I forget that these seers are 3 mana value. Yeah. Oh, Vanishing Verse, plus they pay the ward. Hot dogs. Nice. Okay, so that was our last hope. Gone to the wind. Gone into exile. So we're just going to take it on the chin. Because there's no way we're coming back from this, right? So let's try to find another match. And oh my god, I want to win. I can't lose every single match in this video. It's going to be like a 4-hour video. Title, don't play this deck. Right? If you can win with this deck, you are a genius. Let's give our opponent a good game. And how many dungeons did they go through there? You know what I mean? That is insane. Woof. Good game, Zara. All right. Last match. We've been here far too long already. Let's see if we can get a win. We have a turn 3 dragon. I mean, that's fun, right? It's got to be good. Right? We have a disruption. We're right here. This is good. And it looks like it's a free-to-play deck, right? This is one of the starter decks. Evo's out. Flyers are cheaper, which we actually don't have any of right now, which is a bummer, but maybe we top deck an Imrith like last game, and it actually stays in play. Actually, it stayed in play a long time last match, but they did eventually get to it, which was sad. It was holding us in there big time, right? Like, that match would have been over way earlier without it. So we're tapped out. They're like, who plays this Warden? I don't think I've ever seen that card played, right? And this is, I believe, an arena base set. So a lot of people are like, oh, that's not a standard legal card. It is. It's never leaving best of 1 standard. Any card with the A symbol on it, arena base set, you know, it's going to be in the game forever. Within best of 1, that is. Don't should there do it. That's just a royal. It could be worse. They're tapped. If they have removal, this draws it. They've got 5 cards in hand, 4 cards in hand. It needs to be removal. Oh, they have it. I wanted to go for it. I really did. We should have played the Demi-Lich instead. Oh well. Oh well. Let's do that here. Because we could have replayed it once it was removed. My bad. Oh, you jerk. And then they remove it and get a draw. Oh, God. So this is bad. Spends the majority of their mana, at least. You know, it's not hard to cast on top of it when you have 7, right? Still 3 available. Just gonna hang my head in shame. We're gonna grab a land here. No. Well, I mean, kind of. Doesn't take much to shut down the Archmage, and hopefully they're out of spells. Oh, but that's so good too. If they get a double draw off this, game over. And I really like this this Is It version. This is one of the better. Are you freaking kidding me? Double draw. It's one of the better ones. That's incredible. We can Dragon Turtle on their turn. Shut down the Freezing Flame. So they could kill the Seer. This is a giant. Yeah, we gotta stop the draw. Do they cast on top of our Glint? They do. A little bouncy wouncy. Oh gosh. They kicked it, so it's a double draw, and then they're attacking for a fair amount. 6, this is 7. Take the draw. Raven goes out, we get the scry. Land can go. We flash in the turtle. Wow. They get 1 draw instead of 2. And then we get hit for 7, 8, 9. I tried my best today, you guys. I honestly did. This is just ridiculous. There's no getting out from this. We need this 3, which gives us 4. Demi-Lich is our best bet. And us saving our Emeritus wouldn't have done anything. They clearly had the answers, you know, in spades, as the older kids like to say. Maybe we can make something of this. Just going as wide as we can. Of course it's land. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't it be more land? That is good. One damage. That's gonna win the game, right? We're so screwed. Down to 4 as well. So, you know, I'm sure they just have single target or any target damage. Arcane Investigator. They pay to search. 19. World's highest roll, too. Look at the top 3. Put one of them into your hand. The rest in the bottom. And they still have 4 available mana. Disgusting. It's a Demi-Lich. It's cool. I think they're playing like the free-to-play upgraded version that I have, which is sick. We take their draw engine. Hit for 1. I mean, we're being pretty conservative there, right? Only 4 life left. What happens if they get a couple pieces removal and they string it together? Which is gross, too. Oh, the Demi-Lich, when it attacks your caster copying. We don't have anything to caster copy. We don't have anything, man. Oh, a Meteor Storm. Are you kidding me? What a delightful play experience we've had today. Maya, do you want up? I'll make you room. Yeah, I need some cat time to recover. Like, this has been pretty deadly. Hey, yeah. These people have been bullies to us today. So they're targeting 3 things, and, you know, that's a triple draw with the Freezing Flame. Lich is dead. Evos is dead. Whatever this was died. That's why we needed all those blockers, remember? We shut down this, and then they just replay it. Right? They can exile those instances and sorceries. Oh yeah, you're making a racket. You're making too much noise. It's a good thing you're so cute. Deep breaths, like, wow. Wow. Have any of you guys had better luck with the, what is it, Aerial Disruption? I think that's what it's called. Lich back in play. It is good. I'm going to pass turn, hold up the Royal defensively, and then the Jin's going to buff everything up. And maybe that's the play that swings things in our favor. That's fine. Just a defender. That is frustrating. We're gonna kill the Jin. Kill the oh, that's really good for us. So it can attack. Raw. It's so frustrating. And then here we buff up by bouncing. These are wizards, hey? Bounce their draw engine. Because there's giants and wizards here. Oh! They're taken out from underneath of us. Nice. Why wouldn't they have it, right? It's been today's motto. It's not working out. And did they just roll a 20? They rolled a 19 and a 20. Good game. I tried my best today. This deck is just not working for me personally. Maybe you guys will have better luck. I wanted to stay true to the flyer base within it. That's the theme of it. So I didn't want to just go into something else. But that's what we get for try keeping it where it's at. But at the end of the day, you know, we're casting blue spells. We're completing our daily quests. And we are farming gold. I don't do the events, and I've almost got 400,000. It's just through those quests, right? So let's break down the deck and, you know, maybe see if we can improve it any. All right, Aerial Domination version 2. Yeah, get dominated, streamer. Do I think the deck sucks? No. I think that it's a really good deck. It's built nicely. Could we fine-tune it more? Yes. Would it drop the overall competitiveness of it? Maybe not, right? Like, obviously, things like the Demi-Lich don't specifically belong, the Mind Flayer as well, as they don't have flying. But just the general card value is high, and they're free upgrades that you get to use, right? So why not? However, competing in the meta in which everybody's trying the newest and greatest decks, I don't think this is going to hold up personally, but maybe I'm just playing it wrong and there's a couple key cards I'm missing. I would love to know what you guys think of that in the comments below. Reach out and be like, oh, you know, you're missing this card that just makes flying decks great again. Definitely don't hold back. It's not only me that would love that info, but I'm sure everybody else who is interested in playing this Mono Blue Flyers deck, but was maybe potentially a little bit let down by its results, like I was. And again, even though that did take place, it's not truly indicative of its strengths and weaknesses and overall performance, because, you know, it's a very small sample size, right? So with that out of the way, you know, thank you for watching. Really appreciate your time and attention. If you want to do upgrades to the deck, you know, the Scholar is very, very good with the little flyers, right? The Spirit, very, very good, just to dump that spare mana in, right? The Desert Doom is probably one of the best in deck, of course, as well. So, you know, that's what you could get there as well, right? So thanks for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a Patreon, and, you know, just have a magical day, right? Enjoy yourself, and we'll see you soon in the next.